everybody, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Emerald No Healing in Battle Wedlocke Challenge. In the last episode, we made our way all the way west of Pacific Log Town using Dive for the final time and fighting every single trainer on Route 132, 133, and 134, fighting against the Rapids to do so. But we did it, and as of right now, I have fought every single trainer in the entirety of the HOENN region, other than those in the Elite Four, Victory Road, and the ones hidden behind the HM move Waterfall, which is exactly what we are going to be doing today. We are going to be reaching Victory Road and exploring everything there is to do with the HM for Waterfall, who I taught to the only Pokemon on our team that can learn it, Queen Finny, our Azumarill, who has been here since the very beginning of our adventure. She has been here since episode 2. She was the 5th Pokemon that we caught and the 5th Pokemon that we added to the team. And she's still here to this day. Her road has not been easy. She lost everybody she knew and loved. She's the only instance on the entirety of the channel where there was only one survivor remaining in a regular episode, like not the end of the game. Everybody she knew and loved died in a single fight, and she lived with only 3 hit points remaining. And it's been a very long time since then, and she needs to make it to the end. That was the entire goal for this adventure after we had suffered that tragedy. And we need her to surf some waterfalls for us, and then it'll be time for us to take on the final area of the game, reaching the end, and at the Pokemon League. So, as you can tell, I have changed my bicycle to the Acro Bike. We've had the Mach Bike for the past, 20 episodes probably. But I need the Acro Bike, I believe, for the waterfall here west of Fortree. There aren't very many waterfalls in HOENN that you can surf on. The main one that you can climb is in Meteor Falls, which actually has several trainer battles behind it, which is the whole purpose of doing this. I'd probably... Look at those, they look like aliens. We have come to grow in your soil. Look at them, they're on dewberries. Anyways, the main reason of doing this, I'd probably ignore the items. No, I wouldn't. I'd come and get them probably off screen or something, just not to waste anybody's time. But there are trainer battles, and I recall them actually being fairly deadly and strong. And a lot of people skip those battles being the ones in Meteor Falls because you just forget about them. And you can't fight Steven Stone until after the end of the game, so it's not something I'll be doing. I have had people ask me, will I be fighting Steven Stone in this playthrough? Which is done after the champion, of course. It's incredibly unlikely because I'm not going to train up any more Pokemon. Like, should we... likely we're going to lose a lot of our team in the Elite Four. And that would make it so I would have to train up new members. And I don't like doing that after the game has been done. The challenge ends after we beat the champion or lose in the Elite Four. And the reason I don't want to train up more Pokemon is because after a series is over, I send my final 6 Pokemon to my main file, and I keep my Pokemon teams. And if, say, 2 Pokemon died in the Elite Four, or 4 or 5 or whatever, I'd have to train up a new Pokemon that nobody really knows for fighting Steven, and then I'd have like a lopsided number of Pokemon in my my main file that I send everything to. It just keeps things unbalanced for me. So I will say this here and now, the only way we fight Steven Stone in this series is if we... I'm saying this, like, don't take this as, like, if you... I believe there's a waterfall in the Safari Zone. If not, I'll find that out shortly. But don't take this if you're, like, watching and the series is done and you can see in the playlist, oh, he did fight Steven. Don't pay any attention to that. It might not be the case, but the only way we're fighting Steven is if we don't lose a single Pokemon in the Elite Four. And that's not even necessarily entirely true, because say I made it to Wallace and then I wiped, then maybe I'll fight Steven later on anyways, just for fun. I don't honestly know. Unlikely, sure, but even still, the only way Steven Stone is guaranteed is if I completely do the Elite Four and Champion without losing a single Pokemon. It's just how I would personally do things, and if you wanted to see me fight Steven, dang it, I thought I had a repel up. If you wanted to see me fight Steven and you were getting your hopes up for that. It's not going to happen. I know Maryland did it, and he lost Pokemon in the Elite Four, I believe, a couple of them. It's just not something that I'm personally going to do. But, like I said, if we do make it to the end without losing anybody on the team, then I'll fight Steven. I'll force myself to do so. I might regret those words because, like, okay, let's put it this way. If I win this challenge and I didn't lose a single Pokemon in the Elite Four, I have to fight Steven. Like, let's just lay it out there right now. I might come to regret the words I have just uttered, but, like, mainly because of the training time. But if I do that, I think not only myself and the team, but all of you guys, I guess there is no Waterfall. Forget it. Doesn't matter. Maybe there is, but it's only in the after game. Maybe that's why I was remembering it. But I owe it to you guys and the team and the 11 Pokemon that have died. If I make it to the end, like past Wallace without losing any of these Pokemon, we'll fight Steven Stone. Alright, so here we are in Fall Arbor Town. You might be like, aren't there more waterfalls than just that? And Meteor Falls? Yeah, right here. That's it that I can think of that I can actually access, other than like in Victory Road and by Evergrande City, of course. But this is about it, I believe. There's really not too much. I believe the only thing up here is a rare candy. Maybe a secret base spot. I don't think so. Yeah, you think they'd put a secret base up here or something? Or like connect this over or something, you can go up there and there's like a secret base. That'd be kind of cool. Or like put a house up there with like a guy in it that gives you a really cool TM. They kind of dropped the ball on the waterfall thing. I feel like it was kind of like last minute. They're like, we had waterfalls in Generation 2. We gotta put them in somewhere. How about we just add one to make it to Evergrande? We put one in Victory Road, and we put one like here. Basically, you know, I could see them doing that, unfortunately, but you know what? It's less things to backtrack and do. We're at the end of the game. I'm sure all of you guys want to see me do Victory Road and not Meteor Falls right now, but I gotta do it all. There's trainers in here. It could go scary. I don't know what their levels are. I'm actually kind of nervous. I'm hoping they're in the 30s, like the other routes were. I don't think so. But yeah, remember this big waterfall at the beginning of the game? When we were at, well, not in the beginning, but like towards the middle of the game? Kind of the beginning of the game. There's a waterfall here. Is there an item right here? Nothing. But yeah, you can fight Steven, after you beat the game. There's like a cave opening by that ladder, and you can just go in there, and Steven Stone's standing there, and he's like, yo, what's up? His team's like in the 70s, but yeah, I think it'd be a cool thing to do, and if I do end up doing it, which I most likely don't, so don't even get your hopes up, like, it wouldn't be for a long time. It'd probably be like months later, most likely, after the whole thing's been said and done. Like, Maryland did it just because I got other things to focus on, but it'd be something cool to work on the side, because I know you guys love this series. This is one of my more well-received series on the channel, so any extra that I could possibly do for you guys is pretty important, and if it gets to that, we'll see. I'm gonna stop talking about it now, because I've said it. I can't restart the episode and backtrack all that I have said, so I'm kind of walked myself into, bud, you just said to everybody you're going to do this thing. You kind of have to do this thing. All right, let's put it this way. It's a no healing challenge on Emerald. I'm not going to do the Elite Four without losing anybody, so let's just forget it. Anyways, there's TM23 Iron Tail, which is pretty cool. Right in front of the guy that you fight that has Iron Tail on his Pokemon. So, sure, can anybody learn TM23 Iron Tail? It's a very inaccurate attack. Not very good. I mean, it might be good on Zephyr if Zephyr could learn it. Zephyr can learn it. It could be interesting. Altair? What? What? Okay, Finny makes sense. Got the tail, right. Tortoise kind of makes sense. Got that tail. Even though I can't imagine hitting somebody with that. It's kind of pretty attached to your body. Zephyr makes sense. Which, it would be good because it's physical, right? And it's a strong physical attack. That might actually be pretty solid for Zephyr. Like, really good. But it's inaccurate, risky. I'll consider it. But Altair doesn't really have a tail. Like, who are you kidding? Who are you hitting with that flimsy thing? Come on. But not a good attack. It doesn't have any main attributes. Like, it's not super effective against anything important in the Elite Four. So, there are no fairies in this generation. So, it's not that important. So the main reason I'm worried about Meteor Falls, I believe this might be like, there's only 2 trainers in this entire place, I think. These 2, well, 3, I guess. 2 battles. These 2 and then a guy up ahead who has like an Altaria. But I don't remember what these guys have. I think the girl has a Metacham. So I was going to do this with Crush and Zephyr. Bad idea. Yikes, I just realized. Duke and Tortoise couldn't either because Tortoise is a normal type. Do you have Protect? Yikes. Alright, I'm not doing it with Duke or Blossom either. Alright, you know what? I'm scared. I haven't done anything with Queen Finny and Altair for a long time, like, together. Maybe ever. But, like, I haven't done anything with Queen Finny really ever. So, Queen Finny can do something. But what if they have a dragon type? Altair's fine. What is your defense and special defense? You know what? If I do one battle with these two this episode, I will feel proud about myself. What are their items? I don't know what they really have. I believe it's a Medicham and whatever. Which I guess you could Protect and then Altair could fly and then high jump kick misses. That'd be kind of funny. Alright, let's try that. Mystic Water and Lax Incense. Okay. Do I have anything? I know I don't have any citrus berries, so like, kind of grasping at straws here at this point. What are we doing? I have no idea. Let's get rid of this. I mean, that's money. How much money do we have? Yeah, we might need that. So, for money purposes, sure. I have this. It won't have any effect. Oh, right. Max EVs. Have I been paying attention to the playthrough at all? All right, I'm just nervous at this point. We're fine. It's fine. It's fine. They work great together. It's fine. You can avoid these two, by the way. Actually, let's spray repel. Also, Corm, you can get an encounter here for, like, the one of you that said that. I can't. I got Soul Rock here a long time ago. So, it counts as one place. There's no Bagon chances. But yeah, you can just avoid them, and then there's, like, one more guy. But I have to fight everybody. That's literally the entire point of coming here. They've been married for 50 years, and the bond they share as a couple could never be broken. This is, like, super sad, because I'm just thinking, what if this is Queen Finny and Altair's broken bond? Oh, my lordy. Give me mercy, joy, and Jake. John and Jay. Sadness. Medicham Hariyama. I actually guessed Hariyama in my head, which brings up a whole scary set of issues here. So, I want to get rid of the Hariyama, because it might have Belly Drum? I wanted to Protect Fly. Let's do that. Let's Protect Fly on the Hariyama, and then I can outspeed the Hariyama and kill it next turn. And it might have counter. Hey, great! Medicham has Protect, apparently. Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing with Finny here. Protect Queen Finster. Altair's gonna take to the skies. Hopefully, Hariyama uses Belly Drum and I don't miss and I just kill it. Whoa, Rock Tomb. What? Alright, just in case. Yeah, this is a good situation. I'll just use Surf. Medicham double Protect failed. Good to see that happen to somebody other than myself. Fly hit Hariyama, and then Surf should take out Hariyama next turn. Yeah, it will. And I have speed. Great. Hariyama's gone. Don't have to worry about that. Medicham's going to be pretty severely damaged. Or at least a little bit damaged, I suppose. And then now I can Protect Fly, and then if it uses High Jump Kick, LOL, GG loser. And it tried to Protect again. What are you doing, Jay? You're protecting non-stop. I mean, I protect. That's not the point. Fly, I kill it. I'll outspeed. Hopefully double Protect doesn't happen, but I'll Ice Beam just in case it goes for it again. It's just going for Protect. What are you doing? Alright, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to Fly. I'm just going to straight up attack it. I'll use Dragon Breath, and I'll Protect with Finny just in case for some reason. Yeah, Altair could take a High Jump Kick. Finny with a crit might not, and I attacked, so I can use Protect, and I'll use Dragon Breath on Medicham. Yeah, it didn't use Protect this turn, so I don't know what it's going to do. Hopefully it kills itself with High Jump Kick. That'll be funny. And if it hits Altair with High Jump Kick, even a crit, I think I could take. Psychic. Yikes. I didn't know they got Psychic on level up. That's kind of scary. There was a crit, too. And lowered my special defense. Okay, let's just not. Alright, let's Ice Beam and Dragon Breath. That'll take it out, right? Good. Alright, we're good. It crit. I don't know if it mattered, but I'm so glad to be done with these two. These were the two that I was mainly worried about by recording Meteor Falls. I didn't really want to take on Meteor Falls because I didn't really remember what they had. I knew there was a Medicham. I guessed Hariyama, and I was right. And we can go ahead and register in the Pokénav, so I guess we could force double battles with them for training, but that's not going to happen. Maybe for, like, Steven, right? How about not? Let's just say we did. Alright, we got another guy up here. I know he has, like, an Altaria, which I suppose I could do with Queen Finny. But, like, do I really wanna when I can just do it with somebody else? Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah. Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I fighting with Queen Finny when I just said let's baby her to the end? She deserves it. Jordan, Nicholas, oh, sad times. An Altaria. I knew he had an Altaria. That's why I went with Queen Finny. It could have Dragon Dance now that I think about it. I forgot Dragon Dance was even a thing. Whatever. It used Safeguard. Perfect. I'm not going to be able to freeze it. I wasn't going to end up freezing it anyways. But they have a lot of special defense, and Queen Finny's very familiar with Altaria, so I'll be able to take it out in 2 shots. Not that that has anything to do with it, of course, but it just took itself down. Fine. It won't do enough. It'll be fine. And we'll take it out with Ice Beam. So what else does he have? For some reason, I'm feeling Flygon, although I'm certain he doesn't have a Flygon. Maybe a Shelgon, maybe a Bagon, maybe another Altaria. Who knows? Either way, Queen Finny and Altaria should be able to handle it. Yeah, just another Altaria. That's not that bad. It's not that bad. Why you worried? Just do the same thing again. Now, it could paralyze me. It didn't. Great! And the safeguard's still up, so I'm not going to be able to freeze it. I should be okay. Thank you, Queen Finny. You're just brilliant. Queen Finny has just been absolute trooper. Even if she's not our best Pokemon, she's been here from the beginning. She's done a lot for us. She took out Flannery. She saved our entire challenge at Norman. She's done a lot, okay? Don't need to really worry about Queen Finny fighting on the tail end of the playthrough because she's already proven her worth. She's proven her stay here. She did 2 battles in a row in Meteor Falls. She'll probably do 1 or 2 in Victory Road. That's a giggle. No, she probably will. I'm not going to baby her that bad in Victory Road. I'll try to have her fight a couple of times. She's not really been babied, honestly. She's done all right. Maybe a little bit towards the end compared to the other Pokemon, but she's been seen a lot more. She deserves to be a little bit. And the other Pokemon need some time in the spotlight, of course. Anyways, I believe there's an item over here. Maybe that's just the exit. We'll go down there afterward. Yeah, that's the exit, but maybe there's an iron down there. My mind's kind of telling me there's an iron down there. But there's something very important here. This is the only area in the game where you can find Bagon, which evolves into Salamence, of course, but we can't get an encounter here. We already got one being Solrock a long time ago. But we can get an item here that might prove useful in the Elite Four should I decide to go this route. Probably will, because why wouldn't I give it to Altair? But we can get the TM2 Dragon Claw, which is the strongest Dragon-type attack that I can get in the game, and I believe Altair is the only Pokemon on the team that can learn it, but somebody else might be able to learn it? No, it's just Altair. So yeah, if nobody dies, I'll give it to Altair. It's stronger than Dragon Breath by 20 power. Yeah, 80 instead of 60. Can't paralyze, but just, it's better. It's a stronger attack. We don't really need the paralysis chance. It's not something to rely on. I'd rather have the more powerful attack. And we'll give that to Altair once we make it to the end of the game. If she doesn't die in Victory Road, which is always a possibility. Don't even mention it. Don't even mention it. A death in Victory Road is the most soul-crushing thing on the planet. We come so far, we get attached to these 6 Pokemon. We want them to be at the end, and then we have one more gauntlet of terrifying battles. If we lost anybody in Victory Road, I would not be able to continue on. It would break me down. I'd have to, but like I'd be so distraught. It's an iron. It's a PP up. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. But yeah, Victory Road is one of the most scariest places in any challenge ever. It's just unbelievably scary because, like I said, you go through this game, you've been through hardships, and you're so close to the end. If I lost the Pokemon in Victory Road, the Pokemon I replaced them with wouldn't matter to me or anybody else. There wouldn't be enough time for them to matter to you, the viewer. There wouldn't be enough time for them to matter to me as the person doing the challenge. It's just a really hard thing to take, and losing Pokemon in Victory Road is one of the worst things in any of these challenges ever. I've done a challenge in my personal time where I've literally lost my entire team in Victory Road, and it's just hard to move on after that. You lose motivation, and it's just something I've always tried to avoid. I used to avoid trainers in Victory Road. Like, I believe in my Pokemon Y adventure, I didn't fight them all. I think it was like something that I told myself I just wasn't gonna do from the very start. Like, the rule was fight everybody, but don't fight everybody in Victory Road type of thing. But in this challenge, I am fighting everybody in Victory Road. Every single trainer in the entire game will be fought. And fittingly enough, every trainer available to us in the entirety of Pokemon Emerald at this point in the game has been defeated. If we look at the HOENN map on the Pokenav, and look over the map. We have fought every single trainer in the entire game. Maybe except the Trick House. But I'll do that in, like, a training montage. Nobody wants to see that. They're weak, they're boring, it doesn't matter. But, yeah, we'll do the Trick House and training montage at some point for Elite Four. Everybody be fought, but I have fought every single trainer other than that, and the ones in Victory Road. That's crazy. There's literally nothing left for me to do other than surf to Evergrande City and enter Victory Road. That's nuts. I have fought every single trainer. We have done every single thing possible in the entire game. Emerald is almost over, and it's nuts to think about. It's been a long journey. We have been through a lot, and I can't wait to look back on the moments and recap everything we have been through in this entire adventure. We have collected every single gym badge of HOENN. We have fought every single trainer in the game. We have had 11 Pokemon die. We have fought our rival every time we can. And there's nothing left for us to do other than this nice surf on the water over to Route 128 and then head east to a place where we've already gotten our encounter. We've gotten our encounter in Evergrande City, but I'm thoroughly excited to see how this adventure is going to play out. I really am. Here we are. We are now in Evergrande City. And we now have the ability to surf on the waterfall. And by doing so, we can scale it and reach the final main Pokemon Center of our adventure. Look at this climb. It is there to remind us of everything we've been through on this journey. 90 hours playtime. We are on episode 38. And we have reached Evergrande City, the paradise of flowers, the sea, and the Pokemon. Look at it. We're here. That's Victory Road. That's Victory Road. It's nuts. It's hard to think about. I started this challenge almost a year ago. Believe in our Pokemon and give it our best? We certainly will. We definitely will. But wow, just thinking back on everything, it's just kind of giving me chills. It's been almost a year I started this challenge. I've had a break in between, obviously. It's why it's taken it so long. I'm so glad I picked it back up, and it's been one of the better series I've ever done. In my opinion, so far, this is the best series that I have ever done on the channel. It's just been incredible overall with the moments, the stories, the characters, everything involved with it. I absolutely love this playthrough, and I have never wanted victory more than right now. I need a victory. I want to do it with these 6 like I vowed after we defeated Juan. And I want to win this challenge. Because with a series going this great, with a playthrough that I have enjoyed this much, with one that I consider to be the best series I have ever done, if we end this challenge on a loss, it'll be soul-crushing to take. I need to win this challenge for me, the 11 Pokemon that have died, for the 6 on our team being Queen Finny, Altair, Crush, Zephyr, Duke, and Princess Tortoise Archecleon, for the Pokemon we never got to use, like Bluto or Goldeen, Lumpy or Numel, Bippo the Slugma, Crazy Ed the Anorith, Blowhard the Wingull, Amper the Carvana, Bubba the Staryu, King Flippy the Spiel, Bombo the Electrode, Stubby the Shuppet, Fluffy the Castform, Dracula the Zubat, Peggy the Illumise, Cosmos the Solrock, Dr. Cool the Wynot, Rusty the Sandshrew, Sleepyhead the Jigglypuff, Mozzie the Chinchou, Juliet the Love Disc, Roxy the Corsola, Bo Peep the Whalmer, Nancy the Fampy, Metalhead the Magnemite, Yin Yang the Sableye, the Mare named Claydol, and Hydra our Horsey. But with all of these encounters that we have had, the 11 Pokemon that have died and the 6 on our team, there is still 1 Pokemon remaining that we are able to get. There's still 1 more Pokemon that we can catch on this adventure. And that's awesome. That's very cool. And although we likely won't get to use it, we can still get our encounter for the final area of the game, being Victory Road. And I am going to go ahead and do that. But I do not want to enter Victory Road until I have trained my team up to take on Victory Road. This is a no healing challenge, and I could probably take it on just fine with the levels that I'm at. But with the level limit being 58 for the Elite Four, I'd like to go into Victory Road at a solid level of 50. 50, 52. I'm going to go in at 50, 52, 52, probably 52. But this episode is not actually going to be over yet. It's a weird thing. I'm going to put a training montage in right here. But I'm not going to be taking on Victory Road this episode. But I do want to go ahead and at least get my final encounter of the series this episode. I think that'd be a good way to end it off. And I know it's really weird that I'm going to go ahead and get my team trained up before I go in. But I do want to go ahead and train them up a little bit. Because I do have to fight a couple of trainers before I get my final encounter, I think. So we're going to do a little bit of Victory Road. I want to get it in the basement. So we'll probably fight the first girl and a couple trainers maybe, but I do want to train my team up. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started, get everybody on this team trained up to the level of 52, and we're going to go ahead and take on the final area of the game this episode and next episode, being Victory Road. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start this training montage, and I will see you guys when I'm done. Enjoy the music! I know I will. All right, everybody, training is finally done. Oh, that took a while. I did use some rare candies to do it, but the entire team's up to level 50. I know I said 50 or 52, but I decided on 50 because I was thinking that the levels in Victory Road were like 50 to 52, but now thinking back on it, it might be 48 to 50, so I feel like 50 is just a really solid number to enter the Victory Road at, being in a no healing challenge. I just feel like that's really safe, so hopefully 50 is good, and hopefully I don't regret not doing 52, but we should be okay. I did use some rare candies, as you can see from our rare candy reserves. Where are they? We had 14, I believe, and now we have 10. So I did use 4. I did like a little topping off, like at 48, and well, from 49 on a couple of Pokemon. And I did get Tortoise to level 50. I was going to use a rare candy on her as well at 49, but yeah, I was trying to get a couple of heart scales just in case she ended up dying in Victory Road. And I wanted a couple of heart scales for backup because if she dies, we'll have no way to get any more, and I don't know how many we're going to need. But we have 4 on her right now, which is going to be good enough, I would think. And if we ever need any more and she's still alive after we beat Victory Road, I can go get more. I'll make my movesets for the Elite Four at that time, and I'll figure out how many I'll actually need then. I don't know what moves I'm going to teach for the Elite Four. I'll do that once we get there, of course, because I don't want to teach any moves when we're at an area where Pokemon still die, and we might need those moves for the replacement. You never know. But I do want to go ahead and enter Victory Road. And we've done a decent amount this episode. Not too much. We did take on Meteor Falls, though, so I don't want to do anything extra for this episode. I'm not going to take on Victory Road or anything, but I do want to go ahead and get our encounter. And like I said, the Pokemon that I'd like to go for is on the basement, so we'll fight a couple of trainers in here, make our way to the basement, and we should be good. I think Crush should be pretty good. And I'll lead with Zephyr, actually, because I want to go ahead and get my encounter with Crush, because Crush can take hits fairly well. But I want to go ahead and get the first trainer. I know the first trainer in this area has Roselia in Emerald, and it has Grass Whistle, so Ice Beam on Zephyr should be able to handle Roselia pretty good, I would say. I'm not too sure what else is in here. I haven't taken on Victory Road. Oh, I don't want to go that way. That's not the way I'm talking about. I could go to the basement that way, I suppose. I mean, it's possible, but we'll do that. I know what trainer, I know where the basement is, and I know if I go up here, there's a trainer around the edge that has... Am I going the right way? I know there's a trainer up there, actually, that has a Roselia with Grass Whistle. It caught me off guard a lot when I was a kid. Yeah, I mean, I could go to the basement that way, but I know of this trainer, so I should be fine. I think. Yeah, well... What? You fight him here? You fight him here? What? You fight Wally at the front in Emerald? I thought it was like that in Ruby and Sapphire. What? Oh my god, no! No. No, indeed. I knew he was here. That was what this was all about! Anyways, I prepared the pair that I'm fighting him with in Zephyr and Crush, and we are going to be taking down Wally in this episode. Our final rival battle of the Pokemon Emerald Wedlocke Challenge. I hope my strategy and the moves I have taught to the two up front are going to be enough to take us to victory. So, training took about an hour and a half, but I actually spent 2.5 hours since the last clip. And I'll show you I'll show why in the fight. Hi, Bianca. I bet you're surprised to see me here. I made it all the way here, and it's all thanks to you. Bianca, losing to you that time made me so much stronger. But I'm not gonna lose anymore. I'm gonna win for the Pokemon who gave me courage and strength. All right, Bianca, for the final time, here I come. Time for the final rival battle of the Pokemon Emerald No Healing in Battle Wedlocke Challenge versus Pokemon Trainer Wally in Victory Road in the HOENN region. Let's do this! And first up is Altaria. It's only level 44 and a Dragon Flying type. And I need your help, Zephyr. Let's do this, buddy! And I did teach TMs. Remember how I said there's still a big area and we might need those for Pokemon in the future? Let's hope we don't, because Zephyr is now packing Shadow Ball. Because I'm gonna need that for the Elite Four, and it's gonna be much stronger than Bite in any sense. So let's hope that I prepared correctly and hit this thing with an Ice Beam. Hopefully I just take it out in one shot and we don't have to worry, but I highly doubt that'll be the case. It did over half, which is all that matters, and we did one-shot it! That's so good to see! Oh, I was worried about Altaria more than anything. I even gave Zephyr a cherry berry in case we got paralyzed with Dragon Breath. I'm glad we didn't need it. And next up is gonna be Delcatty. Okay, this is also kind of a fear, but it's all up to Zephyr and Crush now. Get back, Zephyr, let's go for this, Crush. And I taught Crush a TM as well. I don't want to rely on revenge having decreased priority, so I did cave and give him Brick Break. Lay it down! See you later, Delcatty! I didn't want to risk, not being able to outspeed by using a decreased priority move and getting hit with like Sing or Assist, Psychic, or something ridiculous. I wanted Delcatty out of here as quickly as possible. And next up is going to be his ace. It's the Waltz from long ago that we destroyed in front of the Mauville City Gym. And I don't have the Pokemon that I took out that Waltz with still here with us today, but I think Zephyr can do it just fine. Get back, Crush! Let's go for this, Zephyr! This is the reason I taught you Shadow Ball. It's Wally's ace, Gardevoir, a Psychic type, level 45, and hopefully Shadow Ball's enough to one-shot it, because it might have Hidden Power, and Hidden Power fighting will kill Zephyr in one shot. But luckily, we were able to do the same to it. See you later, Gardevoir. All right, and next up is gonna be Roselia. I could take this down with Ice Beam. I'm going to fight this with Zephyr. The reason for it is because I know his final Pokemon is Magneton, and I want Crush to be in the best shape possible, not poisoned or anything, to take down that Magneton. So let's hit it with an Ice Beam. It's not 4 times effective like it was against Altaria, but hopefully it's still enough. Yeah, it was! Nice work, Zephyr! We're gonna sweep Wally! I didn't think it'd be this easy. I was actually incredibly nervous for him, but I wanted to make it seem like I had no idea it was coming, just to build hype a little bit. But luckily for us, Crush and Zephyr are just perfect enough to sweep Wally down, because its final Pokemon is Magneton, Electric Steel type level 41, and Brick Break will do the same to it that it did to Delcatty. Great work, you two! That's it for Wally! We swept him the first time, and we swept him again. All that training didn't really matter, Wally, and I probably would have had the same results against him even if I didn't train up to level 50, but I wanted to be safe rather than sorry, because we're right at the end of the game. I'm not risking anything now. And he's going to compliment us by saying how strong we are. And you know what? Hopefully that reigns true all the way to the end of this game, because we still have Victory Road and the Elite Four to take down. But thankfully for us, Crush and Zephyr were able to destroy him. And I didn't even need to spend that extra hour that I spent, because you might be like, why 2.5 hours versus an hour and a half? I farmed Crush a Citrus Berry just in case. It was null and void, but I wanted to be safe rather than sorry, like I said. And the King's Rock, I actually found out, doesn't have any effect on Ice Beam or Thunderbolt in this generation. It does after Gen 5, but, well, Gen 5 and onwards, but not in Gen 3. It does work on Slash, though, and I'm not too sure about Shadow Ball, but maybe we'll find that out in Victory Road, right? I'll get the Silk Scarf back. And it took me 40 Linoon to find a Citrus Berry. I was losing my mind a little bit slowly, but we are going to need a lot of those for the Elite Four if we really want to win. But I don't know if I can commit myself to actually taking all of those guys, all those Linoon down, because that's ridiculous. Like, it took a long time. Roughly the odds to find a Citrus Berry would be 1 in 20, because it's a 5% encounter, so I have basically 20 Linoon is the odds to find a Citrus Berry, but it took me 40, so I got a little unlucky. I really need a lot of those. Like, ideally, I'd like to have 8 or 10 for the Elite Four, but that's so much preparation work. It'll take so much time, and I don't even know if it'll really even work in the end, so it's going to take a lot of farming to get those. I really don't want to do it, but here's the girl that I was talking about that had a Roselia, so I guess we'll fight her really quick. I remember her from my childhood, so we'll take down her Roselia and go to the basement floor and get ourselves our encounter for the Victory Road. This is our final encounter of the entire game. We will have gotten an encounter in every area of the entire region. This is our last stand when it comes for encounters, and will it end up being used? Unlikely. I really hope we're able to make it through this Victory Road without any deaths, and we can make it to the end with these 6 like I had vowed against Juan after it was all said and done with fighting him. But I still want to go ahead and get our encounter here before we end off the episode, so next episode can be 100% dedicated to taking down all the trainers in Victory Road. So I'm really hoping I get a Mawile here, just because it'll be easier to catch than anything else. But if it becomes an issue, I will run away. I have absolutely no qualms in running away from my encounter here. I just thought I'd go ahead and try to get one for everybody watching and just for the whole series' sake. But I'm not going to risk a Pokemon's life on my encounter because that would be quite silly, don't you think? But I still want to go ahead and get my encounter for Victory Road once this repel wears off. So, with that being said, my encounter for Victory Road and my final encounter for the entire series is going to be a Lairon. Alright, we got ourselves a Lairon. I was hoping for a Mawile, but in all reality, it does not really matter, like I said. So this thing could be kind of a problem to catch, but I'll try and throw an Ultra Ball at it and see if it sticks to begin with. That would make things very easy for me, but again, it's high level, middle evolution, unlikely. I did not think we would get it first try. And hey, there we go! Our final encounter was nothing! So with that being said, if you enjoyed this episode, a like is appreciated, it helps out a great deal. And if you want to see more Pokemon Wedlocks like Emerald here, feel free to subscribe. And in the next episode, we are going to go ahead and take down the entirety of the Victory Road of the HOENN region. And after that, I need to train my entire team to level 58 being the level limit. Look back on our adventure and see everything that these 6 Pokemon have done should they make it there. And then scale the Sky Pillar and face against the mascot legendary of Emerald being Rayquaza at a whopping level 70. It'll be 12 levels higher than my entire team, but I believe in strongly the capability of Tortoise being able to pull us out with a victory without losing anybody with the move Blizzard once I teach it to her up there on the Sky Pillar. So, with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching.